Everyone, and welcome back to the MUTU web series. I'm Ashley Snyder with the Event Management Office, and Jessica Erickson is back with me to host today. And we have Erica Swanson with us, and she coordinates leadership programs for the MU and works with student organizations as well. So Erica, if you would like to do a brief introduction about yourself, and then we will dive into some of the leadership programs.
Awesome. Well, hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Like Ashley said, my name is Erica Swanson. I am the Leadership and Student Organizations Coordinator in Student Activities at the MU. So like Ashley said, I coordinate a lot of leadership programs on campus for students, mostly within the MU. And then I also do some student organization resources and advising. So we'll dive deeper into what that means. But I got into this role. Actually, it started a long time ago when I was a student, an undergraduate student at Iowa State, working in the Student Activities Center as a student employee. I worked in the Leadership and Service Center, which I'll tell you a little bit more about here in a bit, but I worked with student organizations and providing leadership and service programs to students as an undergraduate student, which actually led me to discover that this was the field that I wanted to work in. This is the career path I wanted to choose. And so I ended up pursuing a career in student affairs, working with college students and providing these programs for students on campus. So that's what led me to then pursue a professional role in the Student Activity Center at Iowa State. So things have really come full circle for me. I've been able to take my experiences as a student, all the skills that I gained from that experience to prepare me for now this full-time professional role working with these programs. So I have been back in the MU for almost a year now, and I am loving every second of it. It's been a great experience.
Well, thank you, Erica. We're so glad to have you today. And from one previous Memorial Union student employee to another, we're so happy to have you back full time. Can you talk to us a little bit more about the Leadership and Service Center and kind of what all of that provides?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Leadership and Service Center is actually housed within the Student Activities Center. So it's a center within a center, as we like to say. And it is a place where students can come to find leadership and service opportunities on campus, to get involved with student organizations, to learn more about the programs that we offer. And then it's also a great resource for student organizations specifically. So if you're looking to start a new club or organization on campus, the Leadership and Service Center is your first stop. We have peer consultants that work in the center. So that was the previous role that I held as a and they help walk students through the process of creating a new student organization. So they are with you from start to finish, making sure you're completing everything you need to do and creating all the documents you need and things like that to ensure that you can start a successful student organization on campus. So it's a great place for that. Then another really great resource that they do is providing workshops for student organizations where on several different topics. So recruitment, event planning, fundraising, volunteer opportunities, how to navigate campus accounting, all different topics. They'll actually come to your student organization meeting or retreat and facilitate workshops and conversations for you to learn more about that and then improve and grow your organization from there. And then lastly, we have team builder activities and supplies in our center. So if you're needing to do an activity for class or with your student organization where you need some team building activities or icebreakers, we have lots of different activities to choose from. You can come into the center, check any of those materials out for free, and then just bring them back to us when you're done. We'll also show you how to use them. We can also facilitate them for you. So a lot of really cool things happen in the Leadership and Service Center to help you have a successful student organization that's going to be productive, help you manage the challenges that you face, and also gain a lot of really cool leadership and service skills at the same time. So we have peer consultants, like I said, that work in that office. So it's all peer-to-peer advising, peer-to-peer led, which we see a lot of success with. And it's also just a great place to come when you have any questions regarding your involvement on campus.
Yeah, that is great. The Leadership and Service Center is definitely a great resource within the MU. So definitely advise or encourage students to go take advantage of that. Can you tell us a little bit more about some of the leadership programs that you coordinate, maybe like ISLE or We Lead or even Tedx?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have 5 main leadership programs that we coordinate. We have a lot of different variety of types of leadership programs so that we have something for everyone. And that is going to fit a lot of different needs that our students have. So our first one is the Leaders Workshop Series. This is a 4-week series that happens every fall. And each week we have a different topic or skill discussed. And it's led by a professional or an expert on campus in that area. So topics have included in the past wellness or event planning, career readiness, lots of really cool stuff, ways to learn about leadership and develop a specific leadership skill, which is really great. Then we also host the Women's Empowerment and Leadership Conference every fall. This is a great opportunity for women around campus to come together, learn about leadership, learn how they can empower each other to be strong leaders. That's a one-day conference style leadership program. So there's breakout sessions. We always have an awesome rockstar woman keynote speaker. And that's free for students as well. And that happens in October. And then our 3 programs in the spring. First, we have the Iowa State Leadership Experience. This is definitely the biggest leadership event we do. It is a one-day leadership conference, and it brings together everyone from all over Iowa State's campus and focuses on what it means to be a leader at Iowa State and then beyond. So we bring in people from all over campus and outside of campus to give talks about any and everything related to leadership. So we have a large variety of sessions. And then we always bring in a really awesome, notable keynote speaker for this event too. So we had Wando this past spring who came in and talked about being an inspiring leader and how to motivate yourself and motivate other people as a leader. And it was incredible. He was our American Ninja Warrior visiting campus. That made a huge difference in our conference. Then we have the Social Justice Summit, which happens every February. Also one leadership conference where this really focuses on creating social change and learning about social justice and inclusion as a leader and how you as a leader can engage in social justice work. So this is another really huge event where we bring in experts from all over campus and the community to give talks on a lot of social justice and inclusion issues and practices, and it's really meant for all levels of learning. So that's something really unique about it is anyone and everyone, regardless of your level of understanding of social justice work, can come to this conference and learn something and take something away. It's a really empowering experience. And then lastly is Tedx Iowa State University. So we're really lucky that we can host our very own Tedx event here at Iowa State. It's an opportunity for students, staff, faculty, community members to share the ideas that they have that are worth spreading. They give their very own TED Talks in the maintenance shop in the MU, which is a really cool setting for that type of event. Then we get to professionally record them and put them on the actual TED platform, which is really great. So it gives students an opportunity to attend and hear those ideas, get their own wheels turning, and it also gives a chance for student, staff, and faculty speakers to present those ideas and gain that experience. TED is a lot of fun to work with. So that happens every spring. Unfortunately, COVID-19 took TED from us this year, but we're really excited for TEDx 2021. We have a lot of really great speakers and cool topics that we're going to be able to share, and it's just a really neat event. So those are the 5 main leadership programs that we host through the MU. And we also do a lot of leadership resources on our website, consultation, some peer-to-peer advising in the Leadership and Service Center. So in addition to our big registered programs, we also do a lot of one-on-one stuff too. We'll talk a little bit more about some online resources in a bit, but those are the main 5 leadership programs that we do. They're all free for students. Any Iowa State student is welcome to attend. And you can register for them on our website and through mass email. So look out for them during those points of the year.
Those all sound so great. Can you briefly mention which of those programs is hosted within the Memorial Union, and then kind of like what the collaboration and partnership is like with the Memorial Union staff, whether it's the event management office, the setup crews, AV, just kind of the whole process?
Absolutely, that's great. And so all of our leadership programs, with the exception of one, are housed in the Memorial Union. And like I said, we have a lot of different types of leadership programs. Some are workshop series, some are all-day conferences, some are one-night big productions. So The fact that the MU is so flexible to allow us to host all these different types of event in one spot where we are housed as well is extremely convenient and very supportive of our efforts to help students grow as leaders. So I have a very close relationship with the event management office because we are in the same department in the Memorial Union. So that's been really great to work with the ladies in EMO, two of which are chatting with me here today, to have everything planned and organized before the event. They're super accommodating to all of our unique setup needs. Especially with those big one-day conferences where we have all these little breakout sessions, a big keynote speaker, we're using almost every room in the building. They do a really great job getting right down to each individual detail of every single room, every single session and presenter. And I really couldn't ask for better accommodations in the union. Because leadership is one of the core values of the Memorial Union, they really make sure that we have a home in the MU for a leadership program, that we create space for students to come and learn about leadership and to really grow as leaders on campus through the union. So I couldn't be happier that we're able to host all of our leadership programs right here in the MU. It's not only convenient, but it's also just a great environment for learning, and the staff are incredible at making sure all of our needs are met. Whether that be technology or food or just staffing in general, it's a really great place to work with. So yeah, the variety of spaces that the MU has is extremely ideal for the type of programming that I work with. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, thank you. That was so sweet and kind of you, and we love and appreciate working with you as well. So,
Yes.
um,
I couldn't do my job without you, that is for sure. So
yes, you're great to work with. And I know earlier you mentioned some of the online resources that might be available for leadership programs. Can you talk about a few of those? I think they're on the MU website, if that's right.
yeah, absolutely. So on the MU website, under student activities in the Leadership and Service Center, we've created a brand new resource called our online leadership resources. So this came about because of COVID-19 and us not being able to be together on campus learning about leadership right now. But it's something that I plan to keep and continuing to update and utilize as we move forward. So on that page, you'll find a lot of different ways you can engage in learning about leadership. But from the comfort of your own couch or your own kitchen table. So all you need is a laptop for most of them. It's really great. So I'll walk through a couple of the different things that you can find on there. So first is one of my favorite hobbies and things to do. It's different personality assessments and leadership quizzes and things like that. So if you're a BuzzFeed quiz fan, just like me, it's the exact same concept, but for learning about yourself as a leader. So there's a different assessments that you can take to kind of discover your own leadership style, your own strengths, your personality type, and how that shows up in spaces as a leader. So a lot of really fun things you can do there for some self-reflection. Next is one of my all-time favorites. It's different TED Talks and virtual discussions that you can participate in with TED. So TED as a whole has a lot of really cool online platforms and resources for you to engage right now. So not only can you go on and watch TED Talks, but they have something called TED Connects, where they're doing virtual TED Talks every single day that you can jump on and watch live and actually interact live with that speaker. And then they're also doing something called TED Circles, which are these online discussion groups where you watch a talk and then talk about it with a small group of folks from all over the world, which is an extremely awesome way to engage in learning about leadership from different perspectives from folks that you have never met before. So two really cool resources. And then we've also listed, kind of like a BuzzFeed list again, our top 10 favorite leadership TED Talks in the Leadership and Service Center. So there's some really cool and impactful talks on there that you can watch to learn more about leadership in general, some leadership skills, and some methods you can use as a leader from the experts. And then we've also linked on there some of our past TED Talks that we've hosted at Iowa State through Tedx Iowa State University. So you can reminisce and go back and watch some of our favorites from years past that have been hosted right in the Memorial Union Maintenance Shop. So lots of fun TED resources on there. If you can't tell, I love all things TED and TED Talks, so I'm your girl if you need some recommendations. Then there's also some free online courses on there that you can actually take and move through at your own pace, completely free. There's tons and tons of resources out there for you to walk through leadership development content and courses, and a lot of actually Ivy League institutions right now during all of this COVID-19 madness. So you can definitely hop on there and engage in some learning that way. Then we also have some different videos, virtual workshops, webinars linked on there, and then some online leadership journals, websites, blogs, podcasts, all things leadership online. There's tons and tons of content on there that you can find, all linked to this page on the Memorial Union website. So if you are stuck at home and tired of Netflix, or you just need to focus on something else right now, I definitely encourage you to focus on continuing to build your leadership skills from the comfort of your home. So definitely check out that page. There's a lot of really good stuff on it. I've been using it for myself and my own leadership development. I know a lot of other staff members at the university are doing that too. So it's not just for students, it's really for anyone to go on there and engage in some fun leadership content right now.
Wow, that is a lot of different resources that we can utilize. So thank you so much for walking through all of those. So kind of switching gears a little bit, how do you think some of these leadership experiences help develop skills for future employment for students?
Absolutely. So to me, I think leadership and career readiness go hand in hand. So during your time in college, you're preparing for that next step, right? For your next step out in your career or graduate school or whatever that looks like for you. There's a lot of research out there right now that says one of the main things that employers are looking for in a potential recruit for employment is leadership skills and the ability to lead and motivate others. So this is a really important thing that I think all students should be focusing on right now as they work towards their career. So absolutely to learn field, learn expertise in their craft, whatever it may be, but leadership skills is going to be applicable in every single field, every single position. It's going to be applicable for everyone. So being able to develop some of these skills, how to lead a team and manage other people that you're working with, how to have good communication, how to promote self-care in the workplace, how to plan an event and organize a meeting for other people. These are all skills that are transferable to every career path and are really important when you're marketing yourself to future employers. So being able to attend these leadership conferences, gain new perspectives, hear new ideas and thoughts from others, and then gaining some tangible skills to put in that toolkit are going to be really important for you and for students as they move through the job search process. So I definitely think leadership and career readiness go hand in hand. There's a reason that the Memorial Union is so passionate about those two things and helping our students move through those two processes. So they go hand in hand and they're extremely important. So I definitely recommend to all students, regardless of the field that they're going into, to really focus on building those leadership skills and those teamwork skills for sure, because that's going to be important no matter where they go.
Yeah, that is so true. And I know you mentioned earlier some of those online resources that we have available for students on the website, and how they can take advantage of those from the comfort of their couch or their kitchen or wherever they might be at. Do you have any last words of advice for students on how they could stay engaged or continue to develop those leadership skills during this interesting, crazy, rough time?
Yes, absolutely. So kind of like how I was talking about earlier, there's so many free resources online that students can use from anywhere. So yes, we have a ton linked on that online leadership resources page that I definitely recommend everyone checks out. But if there's something specific that they are interested in, students can just Google or search on different online platforms to find exactly what they want. There's content everywhere. You just have to go out and search for it. So If you have something that you're specifically interested in, go see if you can find an online course related to it, or an article or a journal to read. I know it's really tempting to just sit and watch Netflix all day. Trust me, I've been doing a lot of that myself. But if you need a break from that, and your mind starts to need some stimulation again, these are really great ways. Even just taking a 10-minute break to watch a TED Talk to get your mind thinking about something new, or to hear a different perspective from someone else across the world. That's a great way to just keep you thinking about these processes. I know it's a rough time, and you don't want to overwhelm yourself too much with all of these things. I don't blame you at all. But there's a lot of simple ways that you can do this. I listen to a podcast while I'm getting ready in the mornings. That just gets me thinking about some of these processes. I like to take walks and listen to a TED Talk on my way. There's a lot of little ways that can be more stress relieving than stress inducing that I'd recommend engaging with this type of thing. So definitely check out our online leadership resources page. Like I said, there's tons of really cool content on there, and I'm sure you won't be disappointed.
Yeah, that is really great. Thank you for sharing all of your knowledge and insight. Your passion for leadership programs and resources is definitely evident, and we are so lucky to have you on the MU team. And shout out to you for starting TED Talk Tuesday with our staff. I know Jessica and I have been TED Talking and walking, so it's definitely a great break in the day, and it's really refreshing just to get those thoughts and those gears moving in your brain. So thanks again for joining us on the MUTU. We appreciate it, and we'll look forward to seeing everyone next week. Thank you.
Thank you.